Hey guys, Berg's Bricks here. Today I have a LEGO Star Wars set review for you guys. It is set 75325, the Mandalorian's N1 Starfighter. It's got 412 pieces and retails for $60 here in the United States. Interestingly enough, this comes from the Book of Boba Fett show, but it is the Mandalorian Starfighter. So interesting they made a set off of it. Interesting that this is shown in the Book of Boba Fett. In this set, you're going to get 4 minifigures, as you can see here, and you're going to get the N1 Starfighter. And I'm going to go over if this is worth the $60 in this set review. So let's just jump into those minifigures. Starting off, we have our first minifigure in Peli Motto. She shows up in both seasons of The Mandalorian, as well as a little cameo in the Book of Boba Fett. She comes with this brown, long, curly hair. Looks really good. She comes with a wrench accessory as well as this brown torso print. She also comes with a tool belt. As you can see, that just fits in between the torso and leg parts, and it looks really nice, adds a little bit of detail. She does come with another sided face, and as you can see, the backside print is more of an opened mouth grin. Both faces, she looks pretty happy though. This is the first time we've gotten this minifigure, so as of now, exclusive to this set. And also exclusive to the set is a brand new droid mold. We have the BD droid. It doesn't have a specific name. It comes with some nice blue and gray printing. The same style of BD droid is also in Jedi Fallen Order, so it's nice to finally get it in LEGO Star Wars. It is very small. I'll compare it here to the Mandalorian. As you guys can see, a very small little droid. Pretty cute. I really like this droid. It's nice to finally get him. He comes with a stud on the back as well, and a stud on the bottom, so you can place him other places. But overall, a really great BD minifigure, if you want to call it a minifigure, I guess. It does show up in the Book of Boba Fett as one of Peli Motto's droids. And here he is, guys, Baby Yoda, or Grogu, whatever you'd like to call him. He's shown up in a couple sets now, but he is still as cute as ever. He's got that torso print on the front, his little hands, which can't really hold anything, and his arms don't move. He does have the kind of plasticky head, so it doesn't break if you do hit it, and he has a stud on the bottom. It's good to get him in this set. Always good to have more Baby Yodas. And last but definitely not least, we have the man himself, the Mandalorian, or Din Djarin. We've been getting this great Beskar armor printing for a while now on his minifigure. Doesn't mean it isn't great still with the arm printing as well. What is different about this set, he does come with the Darksaber. Unfortunately, we still don't have a Darksaber mold. It's just a black Lego rod, but hopefully one day we'll get a Darksaber. As you can see, the Mudhorn sign on this side of his arm printing. And the visor print still looks a little low to me on this newer helmet. They've been kind of having that problem recently, but anyways, we also get a jetpack on the back for the Mandalorian, which is nice. And awesomely enough, we finally get a Din Djarin or Mandalorian face print. In the past, we've just been getting a black head, which I thought was interesting. Maybe at first it made sense because we hadn't seen the Mandalorian's face, but now that we've seen him, it's great to finally get a face print. It is unfortunately just one-sided, but it is nice nonetheless. It comes in kind of a olive skin tone, and it looks amazing. To me, this is the best minifigure in the set, and for that alone, I would get this set for you guys. And jumping into the N1 Starfighter build, it looks really good actually. And to me, it is only 412 pieces, but it just looks big. I mean, you put a minifigure next to it, it is a large set. I think the bigger pieces make it up for that, make it look a lot bigger. Obviously, it's a very long ship as well, but to me, it feels like more than 400 pieces. So I think if you are looking at just price per piece, you may say, oh, maybe it's not worth it. But for me, technically as of now, 3 exclusive minifigures because the new face print here, we haven't got this version of BD anywhere else, and Peli Motto, plus a ship. We have gotten other Naboo Starfighters, but never this version. So for me, that is amazing. So let's just go and jump into the details. And starting on the side engines, you can see that there are a lot of different pieces used to make up this engine. So you can see the blue translucent piece for the thrust, Lots of just random little pieces that add detail and show that, hey, we kind of built this ship ourselves. Because if you guys remember in the ship, they kind of had the parts and just had to put it all together. You'll see the old style of blasters, and you'll see all sorts of greebling. I think it looks great, adds lots of detail. It's got the intake here at the front, and it is just connected by Technic pins. I'll show you. As you can see, I've disconnected it. It just connects right there on the ship. There's also a flat plate on the bottom. It almost acts as landing gear. Keeps the ship sturdy and stable. I'll go ahead and put that back on. But overall, the ship is very sturdy. Nothing really can fall off. In the back, I'll show you one part that kind of does fall off though sometimes. Moving along here, you have almost the cannons up in the front. As you can see underneath, that is where our stud shooter is going to be. And it's actually activated by pushing this engine piece. So you just click down on it, and as you can see there, it shot off. And so this piece can move kind of up and down just to be able to shoot off that stud launcher. It is a sticker right there on the front, but that's just how it goes sometimes. We've got this kind of large dome hood piece on the front as well. And then almost the same exact build, except for there is a tile here with a sticker on it. Not sure what that's supposed to represent, but that is the only difference on this side of the engine. Also worth noting, they do give you 2 extra spring-loaded shooter ammo, just in case you do lose some of them. Moving along here in the middle section, you can actually lift up, sorry, I was doing it with one hand. You can actually lift this piece off, and I don't think this stud's supposed to stay on the side here, but it kind of comes off difficultly. And so what you do here is you actually can put the Mandalorian's accessories here so he can actually fit in the cockpit. I'll show you how that goes. So I've gone ahead and taken the Mandalorian's jetpack off. By the way, there's that back print. I don't know if I showed that in the review. And I've taken apart the Darksaber, and as you can see, just go ahead and click that down, and it does fit. That way you can go ahead and put Mando in the cockpit. And before I put Din in the cockpit, there is a sticker piece right here. It shows the controls and kind of the scopes of his ship, which I think looks good. And you've got the brown seat for the Mandalorian to sit in, and kind of a headrest on the back part, which is just that ingot piece. And then putting in the Mandalorian is easy enough. You just go ahead and stick his legs like that. I like to kind of lean him back a little bit, and you can just go ahead and shut the cockpit. And as you can see, he looks great in the cockpit. And if you look right behind him, you'll see there is a spot for his little friend. And Grogu just sits on that one stud. And sometimes these windshield pieces get in the way of each other, so you kind of have to maneuver it so they both fit. There they are, chilling, 2 peas in a pod. If you remember in the show, Grogu tapping on the window, it's pretty funny. Anyways, we also do get some yellow accents, some remnants of the Naboo Starfighter, which I think do add a little bit of color, which would have just been a gray, dull ship. It's nice to get some color in there. We get a lot of these sloped, almost arch pieces on the sides here, which adds some good angles for the ship. And moving along to the back of the ship, it kind of tapers off into these rods, into the point of the ship, which right here, it is actually pretty stable. As you can see, you can hit it and it's not gonna really fall off. It's pretty stable. The one stability issue that we have on the ship, I'll just flip it over. Also, something I don't really understand is why there's this kind of brown tan piece right here. It would have just been better with gray, but nonetheless, this back thruster piece is just held on by this one brick, so it falls off super easy. Just picking up the ship, especially in the location that it's in, can kind of be an issue. For example, if you want to pick up the ship, you'd probably most likely do it like this, but if you are grabbing right here, sometimes it'll just fall off, as you can see, with just by a little bit of pressure, which is a little bit annoying, but nonetheless, this is an amazing Starfighter. It, as I said, I don't know if you guys can really tell, it is just a lot bigger than 400 pieces to me, which for me, I think that's amazing that they've been able to accomplish that. I currently don't have my N1 Starfighter. I'm not sure where it is. We just moved, so it's probably in one of our boxes still, unfortunately, but I was gonna do a size comparison, but I can't do that right now in this video. My final thoughts for the set is I definitely think it's a set. If I were you guys, I would pick up right now, or maybe even just wait for a $5, $10 sale. Would definitely be worth it. But for me, I'm a huge fan of the Mandalorian, obviously, and I also just love the N1 Starfighter, whether that's the original Naboo version or this. I think it's amazing. So I definitely think it's worth that $60. But if you are wanting to wait, I would wait maybe a couple more months. I'm sure it'll go on sale on Target or Amazon. You could definitely pick it up. I would definitely give this set a solid 8.8 out of 10. I think maybe we could have done with including Boba Fett or maybe one other minifigure in this set, but I think it is great nonetheless to get these two exclusive and Mandalorian finally with that face print. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this review. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. I've got more LEGO Star Wars sets incoming from this new summer wave. So I hope you guys did enjoy and have a great rest of your day. Peace out.